Oh man, let me tell you what. You good over there? Can you hear me?
All right, can you hear me, Joey?
Can you
Okay.
can you hear me?
Yeah. So what's happening right now? For some reason, I'm not recording through. Like I'm the recording screwed up, but the I think we're okay on the live side.
Hmm.
So, anyways, so what's new? Sorry, I was a little frustrated, but I'm like, hey, where you at, man?
Oh no, you're good. I just got some shit I'm dealing with at home. It went a little bit longer than was expecting.
Yeah, that happens. Well, I'm gonna restart Audacity because for some reason it's not letting me into the audio setup. Sorry, guys, this is dumb technical stuff, and I'm guessing the MMA podcast I recorded earlier is just a pile of garbage.
Was it that
I
bad?
am, dude, it's, hold on, let's see here. Oh, wow. It's not even reading through. And again, sorry about this, guys. There we go. All right, we should be okay, maybe. I'm not sure. F it. So, what's new with you? We went racing last night. That was pretty fun.
Yes, we did. For your first time oval racing this year, huh?
Like in years and years and years.
Mm-hmm.
So,
What'd you think?
yeah, well, the Midwest mod was pretty fun. Screw it. Well, sorry guys if the recording sucks. Hold on. Yeah, the recording's. Oh no, the recording's not going to suck. All right, there we go. We're back on. I wasn't recording through the board. All right. So, anyway, so last night I went there. Brand new tires, brand new this, brand new that. Doug Reek's wondering he has a two-wheel short course and a two-wheel drive 6.3, which would be easiest to make into an oval car. I'd say both of them would be pretty easy. What do you think, Joey?
I agree.
Mm-hmm. So I was talking to Trevor Johnson a little earlier today, and he's like, "So what conversion did you kit did you get to make your Midwest modified? You know what I mean?"
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I didn't. I just put a body on it, basically, in the custom work springs. So, do you think it would be beneficial if I were to get a conversion kit and make it like a straight on like velocity oval car, or do you think where we are racing, it's pretty good what we're doing?
For where we're racing right now, the only thing you can have is a two-wheel drive buggy base.
Oh, I didn't
You
know that was a
cannot
rule.
you cannot run a purpose-built Midwest mod. It's got to be two-wheel drive buggy base.
Hmm. Well, I like that then. That takes away a lot of
Oh,
guessing.
no adjustable rear arms either, and no aftermarket shock towers or shocks.
So yeah, I was talking to Frank about that yesterday. I'm like, yeah, what if I just get that? He's like, they're not allowed. It's like, oh crap, okay. No, so I got a message a while ago about Minnesota attitudes in RC. And I had a buddy that went to track A in the morning and he went to the hobby farm at night. And he said at track A, he left all ticked off, and everybody was, well, not everybody. I should say one guy was being a jerk, but I wasn't there to confirm, so I'm not naming names or tracks or none of that junk, okay?
Hmm.
But then he went to the hobby farm that same night, and he said it's like a family there. And I would have to agree with that.
I think I know who you're talking about too.
Yeah. Well, we're not naming names.
Well,
So I agree with that. I went there with my body all jacked up. My car didn't come with a spoiler, so I didn't know you needed one.
you don't necessarily need one.
My car
That small of a track, you don't need one.
my car got significantly better when I put one on. Not I would say probably 5 to 10% better. And it really helped me get out of the fluff clean,
Mm-hmm.
if that makes sense.
Yep. That dust there is deadly.
It is. Holy shit. We'll talk about that in a minute because I look at my results in the main and I'm like, oh, I got fourth. Ooh, I was 6 laps down, and then I have like a 9.8 second lap in there because I put it into the outside wall in front of the driver's stand. It's like a Marshall can't get to that.
It takes him a minute to get to it.
It does. It's like I just barely touch that dust in my car, hooked right into it. It's like, oh wow, okay. But yeah, no. So I was sitting across. I don't know his name. He's a kid from Hibby. He races up at their oval track, and he was down there racing 3 classes. It's like, yeah, it's going to take me 2 hours to get home. It's like, holy crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, really nice. There's a bunch. There's a dude there from North Dakota, I think, or South Dakota.
Fargo.
Yeah. Yeah, Gary says his name was Landon Lucente.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh man, I was thinking about cutting up the body that was on my carpet car on my stand to make a spoiler. And he's like, oh, here's one. Just hands me a spoiler. And then in round 2, I got so stuck into the tube that Phil had to push my car down and yank it out. And he's like, well, if you get a bumper, that would help you. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'll order one up and whatever. And Wes goes, oh, I got a bumper. Freaking bolted right up. And it probably saved my ass half a dozen times in the main. I mean, you don't get that. I mean, you get that, but it seems like an easier group at the hobby farm, if that makes sense.
They are definitely a different breed of RC racers.
Super nice people, definitely. Hey, Jacob Schweisberger's on. How's it going, Jacob?
Tell me a little bit about your day.
My day? Well, it got better. It got better. A lot of it was breaking the tires in. I forget how long clay tires take to break in, and I was told, don't do shit to them. Just mount them up and drive them. And I did. And it went from, I started the day like doing 5.2 second laps, and I ended the day doing 3.9s. I was only a 10th off you. Fast laps don't matter, but I was a 10th off of you and Sean. And that makes me pretty happy.
That'd make me too, because let me tell you, that was a fast main.
Yeah, well, like my top 15 laps are like 4.05 or 4.1 or something like that. So pretty consistent too. Jake Wiggs is on here. Wiggs and Schweisberger, they're getting ready for a race next week. They got there's a race down at Bad Fast Hobbies they've been advertising. I wish I could make it. I wish I could make it. I'm bringing Jackie to that anime convention next week. So no racing for me next week. Actually, here's what I'm doing. It's a 2023 turkey shootout in memory of Dave Lorius. I'm bad at names, dude. I'm sorry. So anyway, back to the race day. Frickin' BQ'd it. Bumped up from the B. Got up to 4th in the A. If I wouldn't have stuffed it, I counted 4 times I needed a Marshall in that main. If you need a Marshall once, it's bad. And that 9.8 second lap, that is a lap and a half of being stuck in the wall. So if I ain't have that, and those were my mistakes, it's not like traffic or any of that shit. Because you can, if there's lap traffic, like you can, if you're patient, you can wheel around it. Absolutely. Kurt Roberts checking in. It's been a while since he's listened. What's going on, Kurt? He was talking to me about getting his kid into racing. That dude, yeah, get your kids into racing, guys.
Absolutely.
That's the best thing you can do.
But yeah, in that Midwest Mod Main, there was a couple times I got stuck behind lap traffic, and everybody. I mean, the bottom line from the pipe, probably a car and a half up, was the line, and if you were out of that line, it was very, very hard to pass. And the unfortunate part about it is when you come up on lap traffic like that and everybody's running the bottom like that, second place is just, he's inching on you and inching on you.
Did you get Sean in that one?
No, Sean got me.
Gotcha.
And that was one of the cases where it happened. I was slowed up with lap traffic, and he caught up to me, and he threw an elbow at me and gave me a little bit of a door, and it was a clean pass. I'm not mad about it.
No. Kurt says he's been using a slash on oval, but he wants to have a Fortec for him. You know, that is a great, if you're running on road, that is a great way to enter as the Fortec class. But so they're not getting, Traxxas isn't getting rid of the brush motors, but the RTRs, I was correct when I said this, and I was corrected, and I corrected my already correct statement. Traxxas RTR, well, at least a slash will be coming with a brushless motor. The builder's kit will come with the brushed, but the RTRs will come with the brushless only. But I hear that the 12 turn's still faster.
Really?
So I hear $100. Yeah. What percent was your throttle at the end of the night?
For what car?
Midwest Mod.
Let me look.
Because I got mine up to 87. So I started the day with my throttle at 70 and my dual rate at 50. And I ended the day with my dual rate at 95 and my throttle at 87.
So, the two boys that went out to trackside, actually, a few guys that went out there, one of them being Clayton. When I show this, he'll probably text me here in a few minutes and be like, "Kid, you're dumb. Take some motor out of that thing."
Yeah.
That's, if you can,
I can't see it.
If it'll focus.
It's going, what, it won't, it got dark. What's it at? Just tell us.
96%.
I was close to getting up to 90. I think the second week on those tires is going to be a good thing. I really do. I was fighting with that a lot. So anyway, let's go through some results here, and then we'll talk about trackside and the AMS and other BS. And then we have a video to debut. I thought Corey was going to come on and debut it with us, but he's a busy guy, so we're just gonna play it on here. Well, we're gonna play the start because it's an hour-long video. It's gonna debut at 8:30.
I told you he was gonna text me.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, fun fact: my sprint car was at 84%.
Yeah, and your sprint car looked really good. Lance is saying, listening to us talk about oval makes me want to get my oval cars going again. Lance, like I said, so we have a group of us getting together who we're gonna race like off-road on a Saturday morning, or we're gonna either race oval on a Friday night or a Sunday. down at Island because they got the baller oval.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Hobby Farm's awesome, but Island, dude. So at the NCTS, nobody was on that oval. Every 2 hours, somebody walked over and soaked it like clockwork. That oval was sticky. Kurt was wondering what class am I running on oval. I'm running a Midwest mod. So basically, it's a 2-wheel drive buggy, and you set it up, but you got to keep it a 2-wheel drive buggy basically, and you put a modified body on it. I got a McAllister body because that's what was available at the time. I don't think it held me back at all. And I want big shout out to McAllister because even though it was a little bit frustrating, it's a little bit frustrating with the. It wasn't their fault. So they got bad masking on their bodies because they obviously don't pull them in house, or they might pull them in house, but they got bad plastic with masking on it, something like that. And 2/3 of the body had solid white masking on it. Do you know how hard that is to line up?
Terribly hard.
It's difficult.
That's kind of like my Boondots mod right now, the one that's over here in the corner. I've got probably 3 or 4 sets of holes drilled in that thing for different body mounts.
Yep. Yeah, I got 2 sets of holes drilled in the nose because I was running the optional long nose before, and people gave me shit. And then Jeremiah says, see, there's a company making a Midwest mod conversion for the Mini, I'm guessing Losi cars. Bet they'd be a hoot at Gary's. I bet that one company, RC1 or whatever, I bet their shit would be fun. I bet it would be. Lance Parker was wondering, I would love to do that at Island. A guy there let me try his late model before leaving at the NCTS, and it was so fun. I've been thinking about turning my foam tire ovals into rubber, but not sure how they will work. I don't know.
Depends on what kind of rubber you're going on. Depends on what kind of foam you're running on.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because like we've tried. There's a guy at Gary's that tried foam tire.
Yeah.
And it wasn't bad, but this was like 4 or 5 years ago when the track was, you couldn't even last a night on a set of tires. It was tire wear was that bad.
Oh,
like, yeah. It was that high bite, and he was running foam tires, and they weren't that bad. But again, you get in the dust, and
you're gone.
Tires ain't gonna do anything.
It's the exact opposite now for tire wear. Like I think I might have worn the molding off of my tires. John Bolton says mounting mod bodies is a pain. It is. It really is. Lance says BSR foam tires. I think he's more wondering the chassis you got. John Bolton says I'm running the McAllister body with the nose as short as he can. I am now. I put that body right up against the bumper. So I went from uber long to as short as I can possibly make her.
I told you to do that at the beginning of the week.
But it saved my ass in a race because I was going around traffic and Phil goes, that was some cool shit because my car worked as a ramp and I went under somebody and my car worked as a jump. J.R. Albrecht is wondering where Island is. It's in Muscatine, Iowa. Yeah, it's, dude, I love I've said it a million times. I started going there during COVID when everything in Minnesota was shut down, and it quickly became one of my favorites. If you know who Matthew Housen is from the MBM podcast, and he was on Tim Smith's podcast until Tim Smith, whatever. Yeah, he loves it at Island too, and he's like 16 hours away. He's like, that's my home away from home. It's like, holy shit. Kurt Roberts says SR10s are a blast. You know, when the grip is low, an SR10 will keep up. But that track went from low grip to high grip so quick. I don't think a SR10 would keep up in the when Clayton ran his SR10, I watched round 1 with his SR10 and it looked pretty damn good.
But he's also got some.
He got some factory team parts in it and junk. Yeah.
And he's got a legit set of shocks on it too.
Yeah, and that's a big deal. But anyway, yeah, it's when a grip came up, I heard it didn't go so well in the main forum. So Lance says it's a GFRP based, but I know someone that got really technical and made his own cars. They were very, very competitive at the track we raced at before it closed. I'm guessing he's talking about T's.
He is talking about P's. So he's talking about
T's.
Yeah, T's.
Yeah, I thought you said P's. Yeah.
But Triple P Racing.
Yeah.
I forget who it is. Something Pruitt. I think it's Mike Pruitt. He takes these Custom Works cars and he has his own stuff he makes for them.
Yep.
And people buy him to put them on their Custom Works car. So it's like a triple P car, but based off of Custom Works.
Gotcha. Kurt Roberts says stock SR10. You know, that would be a fun class, except the tires suck so bad. The stock SR10 tires blow. I would say if you opened it up, just put a decent tire on it and leave it stock, you'd have a class. If you made like with street stock, it's the Proline tires that's a spec tire.
Mm-hmm.
What's that called?
The Hoosier?
Yeah, the Proline Hoosier. If you get that as a spec tire, that would be fine. But I've seen the tires on that SR10, and I'll tell you what, Team Associated, they don't drop the bag very often, but they drop the bag with that car because they made a pretty cool looking street stock, but it fits none of the rules. Yeah, Gary says we have people try stock SR10s, too much power and crap tire. Yeah, no, the tires are crap everywhere, not just at the hobby farm. So let's go through some results and then we'll get into some AMS and some trackside. But yeah, dude, I had a blast. I can't wait to race again. But
I don't think there was a time I didn't look at you and you didn't have a big ass smile on your face.
Dude, it was fun.
Even during the main, I could hear you laughing, even though you were doing terrible.
I was doing terrible. I think that's why, because it's like the comedy of errors that was happening to me in the main, all I could do was laugh. It was literally a comedy of errors.
And that's what's fun about oval racing is, yes, it's competitive, but when you can fuck up and laugh about it, I mean, come on.
Yeah, it is. And, you know, it's shockingly fun to watch. Like, I watch more mains than I've ever watched before.
Well, you were also running one car too, so
that's true. But even like when I'm just running like stock buggy on like a Friday night somewhere, I don't watch races. I just race the race I'm in.
The racing is just, it's so close there, and it's just a different kind of close.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think while I was announcing that, I think there was 4 out of the 6 classes that were there, right?
There were a lot of classes.
Yeah. Anyways, 4 of them I know for a fact were. I mean, the finish was like, you know, by that.
7, 8, 9. There were 10 classes last night.
There you go.
All right.
At least half of them were within a bumper of each other.
Yeah. Let's see here. Sean Van Dalen won street stock, but I'll tell you what, these results don't tell the whole story because Gavin Howland was leading a lot of that, and then Gavin was on Sean's rear end for a lot of that. But Gavin Howland second, Wes Howland third. Frank Miller was in the top three for a while, but he got hung up, and the bottom of his radio fell off, and he didn't realize it. And he almost lost his transmitter battery because we're sitting there watching him, and he's doing his swaying like he does, and then all of a sudden his battery's dangling. It's like, oh God, stop swaying, Frank! Stop!
I thought I heard somebody say something about swaying.
I'm like, hold perfectly still. Jeremiah says it's a different vibe there than anywhere else. You want to see what people are doing. Everyone gets along. You know, I get that vibe from Island Speedway, also the off-road section of Island Speedway. I get that from them. I get that from a lot of dudes at Dollar. You know what I mean? I get that from a ton of places, but I get what he's saying. The vibe is a little warmer. I personally like the schedule better because the doors don't open till noon. Racing doesn't start till 3. Yeah, it actually kind of worked out. So I wanted to watch the fights last night. I get into Elk River, and I had to stay up till midnight anyway because Jackie went to her first high school party last night, so I had to go pick her up.
Oh no!
No, it's fine. We planned it, and I had to pick her up, and the parents were home, and all that other junk. So anyway, yeah, we freaking Beth and I went to B-Dubs to watch the rest of the fights. I almost beat the piss out of this one guy sitting behind me, but that's a different story.
It seems like everywhere you go, you want to beat somebody up.
This was different. This was an annoyance. Jeremiah, you're right. They're not the kind of high school parties we went to back in the day. And that's why I was fine with it. But anyways, Beth and I went and watched the rest of the fights because we missed a ton of them. And we watched 2 title fights of the night, and we were out of there at 11:15. It's like, oh, crap, we still got 45 minutes before we got to pick the kid up. So the reason why I want to beat the crap out of this guy, this dude was sitting next to this uninterested girl, and he's talking more than the commentators on the broadcast. And everything he was saying, he was so sure about, but so incorrect about, if that makes sense. He's like, yeah, this and that and this and that. Oh, leg kicks don't hurt. Dude, leg kicks don't hurt? I wanted to be like, stand up. I want to show you what a fucking leg kick feels like. But anyways, John Bolton said he did some Mini Z racing, box stop, cheap, but other classes are like anything, money burners. Yeah, there's some Mini Z happening in like Wisconsin and Iowa right now. Matt Olson was talking about it. Matt Olson, big thanks to Matt Olson for coming on here last Tuesday from Mod.
I was kind of sad I couldn't be there for that.
You could have, because you called in sick on Wednesday. Why don't you call in sick on Tuesday?
Well, I was really actually sick on Wednesday.
Okay. Yeah, but he's saying like a Mini Z, you can get into a competitive one for $600. It's like, what? You mean the things that take like 4 AA's? It's $600? Wolfram RC is the track, Jeremiah says. Oops. Yeah, you know, I get tagged it all. It's like I have so many irons in the fire. I cannot. I am going to make it to Bad Fast this winter. I'm going to make it down to Island at least 2 more times. And I have a shit ton of local racing to do. And that's what's most important. So anyways, let's keep going through results. Sprint car, you won it. your car was dialed, followed by Kyle Holm and Frank Miller. Frank's car was super dialed. He had the worst luck with traffic. Why do they only run 4 in that main?
Was there only 4? I could have sworn there was like 6.
No. They're running 3. Yeah, they're running 3-car qualifiers. I'm like, why didn't you do like 5 and 4?
Well, the thing with that qualifying is you run more than 4 cars in that track, and
Yep.
your qualifying run will be gone. There will be no chance at TQing. There will be no chance at placing good. So I give Gary props on that aspect of it because of how small that track is.
Right. Well, the thing is, oh no, there are 5. Excuse me, there are 5 cars because Kyle pulled off early. Yeah, Kyle was having a hell of a time with that thing.
Got it pretty good afterwards.
Oh, really? What was wrong with it?
It's just a whole mix of stuff.
Gotcha. And then we'll talk about Midwest Mod. Sean Van Dalen got that, followed by you and Wes Howland. Yeah, and like I said, my car was super good. I just crashed. And you can't crash.
Mine was good too. I had made a right front spring change for that one just to try it. And I kind of thought it'd make it better. It gave me more corner entry. I ended up having to take some steering out to compensate for how aggressive it was.
Yep.
But afterwards, I put the red spring back in on the right front, and it was night and day.
Yeah. So, well, Sean's consistency wasn't nearly as good as I thought. So Sean's consistency was 84, and mine was 76.
What was mine?
82. But dude, I can't wait to go back. I really can't. Mike Myers finished a 9/10 off of me.
That was also a good one to watch.
Yeah.
Announce.
Yeah. Well, it was definitely fun. Jeremiah says Madison has Mini Z going on. They have a group on Facebook. Yeah, man, Mini Z. It's cool if you have limited space, but you go any more than stock, you're just gonna. It's like everything else. It's $1,000. Hold on, my mic stand's funky. I'm gonna unplug this for a second, so I'm gonna lose audio for a split second. Okay.
Well, that's kind of dumb.
Yeah. All right.
I can still hear you.
You can?
Yeah. Even without your mic, I can still hear you just fine.
Is my computer? What? Is this how I've sounded the whole time?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, crap. So I am on. I cannot edit things. Oh, hold on. Maybe I can. Boom. Audio. Oh.
How's that? Is that better?
Yep.
Jesus Christ. Why did my computer does this crap all the time?
It doesn't recognize your microphone right away, does it?
No. But 9 times out of 10 it does, so I don't even check it. So
that's fair, I suppose.
Yeah. Let's look at the Alabama manufacturers shootout because
we had a few people go down there.
Yeah.
The Dawkins went.
Was he in the triple A for Trug? He made the A main for something. I don't think so. Well, no, he took 15th overall in the AAA mains for E-Truggy. Drew Dawkins did.
Mm-hmm. What do you want, Kyle?
Is Kyle texting you?
No, Kyle commented and said Joey ...
Yeah. I don't know why. Pro Electric Buggy AAA mains. I like that entry fees are $150, and it sucks if you have more than like one kid racing. But dude,
I
it's
know why he's saying that.
why.
We'll get to that once we're done here.
Seth made it, but he ended up he qualified 5th, but ended up 13th in the AAAs. Juan Carlos Canas won it, followed by Dakota Fenn and Mason Fuller. I'm waiting to see if any of the Mayako prototype truggies made anything, because that would be interesting.
Yeah, that was pretty wild. They debuted those things.
Yeah,
That was just waiting to happen.
Nitro Truggy. I mean, let's see here. Did Seth bump? I don't know if he bumped. He was like BQ. He missed it by a spot. Doesn't look like he bumped. Dude, the grip was super high there, man.
It looked like it.
Yeah, Dakota Fenn won it, followed by Ryan Mayfield and Ryan Lutz. Ryan Lutz was having a really good weekend. Robert Battier made the A with the prototype. He qualified 7th and finished 10th. Not too bad for a prototype.
Not at all. Well, obviously must have found something.
Well, yeah. I mean, let's see here. Electric Truggy, Pro Electric Buggy B2. Where the crap is Nitro? Ugh, I hate this. I hate this so much. I don't know. I can't find it. Now I'm in all kinds of B's and C's. Hold on. I'm going to find it. Did they run it? They should have ran it very last, but wait, what's today? November 12th? They're not done yet.
Pull that shit up live.
Yeah, they are not done yet. Hold on. So let's see what I can do here.
You want me to, and I'll just screen share it?
Yeah, because they just finished intermediate. I'm like, why would they finish? Because they're on Sportsman Electric Buggy right now. They're on race 46 of 55. Dude, and they just got done at trackside too.
Yeah, they were done at like 6.
Yeah. How did Joe Scaramel do? I don't know. I ain't see him in any. I didn't look at the 40 plus. I forgot he went. He probably did pretty dang well. High grips his jam. Lance said they'll be there until about 2 a.m. Oh my God. Dude, there's 450. There we go. There's 450 entries. There we go. They can definitely do better. Yeah, because Sportsman Electric A2 is up right now. So did they even run the A3s?
That might be the next 10 races.
Yeah. So now this is what I would call a mistake, running triple A main. Triple 10-minute A mains on all your electric A's.
Did they run the Sportsman A main yet?
That's what they ran the
truck main.
Oh, I don't know why. Frenchie was in that.
Yeah, Frenchie was in that.
Yeah, Frenchie. I think Frenchie moved down there.
I don't think he moved to Alabama. I think he moved to Illinois.
Okay. He was somewhere where he has a winter track with a roof on it.
Mm-hmm. I think it was Illinois.
That's cool. Yeah, no, I don't know if they ran it yet or not, but well, this is going. Let's look at trackside because Kyle made the A's, and that doesn't sound like much because Kyle's usually like winning. But the stock buggy and the stock 4-wheel class went down to a J main.
They did.
Yeah, that's insane. So Doug L, he won it in 2. Brad Shearer took 2nd. Mason Templeton took 3rd. Let's see here. Kyle Holmberg ended up 7th overall. That's pretty good.
Kyle.
Dude, that's pretty good.
I know.
Because he got a 6, 6, and a 4. Dude, that's tough. So he won a tiebreaker against Tyler Hooks because Tyler got a 9, 3, and a 7.
Sorry about that, guys. I just
That whole format still kind of confuses me a little bit.
It's only confusing when there's tiebreakers. And then there's 3 settings in live time. And those tiebreakers can really screw you.
I'd imagine.
Let's see here. Kyle Holmberg finished 5th in the 13-5 with a 6-5 and a 4 with 9 points. But Doug won that one, followed by Mason Templeton and Skylar Bergerson. But yeah, I mean, Kyle hasn't ran on clay and who knows how long.
What about Clayton?
Clayton, I'm guessing B, C's. Let's look. I was just looking at the
Look at Mod. I think he ran Mod.
Oh, okay. Let's look at the A. Modified buggy. And he's not in the A for Mod. Aiden Horn won that one, followed by Dustin Evans and Brock Champlin. You know, that's a note I had. So all these promoters and whatnot, they have to go by seniority. And if there's a big race where there's going to be a good amount of pros, that weekend needs to be locked out. You know what I mean? Like a good example for the NCTS, there was stock buggy C main. That's weird that they ran it like that.
Clayton, what classes did you run? I know you two.
Brian Humphrey won the C main of stock buggy, which is pretty damn good. I swear Clayton said he ran stock, but
he likes horsepower, so I kind of assumed he ran Mod.
Yeah. No, I can't find him. But anyway, what I was saying is, Lonnie goes, "Who's this Kyle Holmberg you speak of?" Just some dude. But anyways, what I was saying is, these guys need to talk to one another, and that associated race has been this weekend for several years. But yet there's this Alabama manufacturer shootout that's been moved around a couple times and all that junk. The weekend of the NCTS, you also had the Kinwald Classic, and you had straightaway. That's not a good place. That's not a good place. Oh God, I hate when people crash on the straightaway. That's the one place you shouldn't crash. But anyway, Masters of Dirt. Yeah, Lance Parker's right. So you have Masters of Dirt, and you have the Kinwald Classic, and you have the NCTS. Well, before and after that, you had open weekends. What in the fuck are they all doing? This weekend, you also had a J Concepts Invitational race this weekend. I believe Sturgeon went to that one.
Yep. By the way, Clayton ran 2 and 4-wheel stock and stadium truck.
Okay. Yeah, I couldn't find him.
He says he put the truck in the main.
Oh, nice. Well, he is a truck driver too, though. I mean, like his truck was always super dialed. Stock buggy, modified buggy. I can't find it. They must not have run triples. Anyway.
Ooh, caution in the middle. Caution in the middle.
I called one main because you were up and I don't know where Gary was, and that was a ton of fun too.
It's something about the oval scene. It just, it's fun.
Stadium truck A main. Skylar Bergerson won that one, followed by Alan Horn and Brad Hotch in third. Clayton ended up 6th, so that ain't bad. Evan Tapp in 8th. So Evan Tapp put the truck in the main too.
He built the sprint car, but it's up for sale.
Evan?
Yeah.
Yeah, everything Evan builds is up for sale like a week after he uses it. I hope he keeps his 5Ts. I think he's going to keep the 5Ts because his dad really likes to race them too. Jeremiah says he sold it. Frickin', I almost bought Frank's Sprint.
Somebody buy that thing, because if nobody does, then I will.
Yeah, that is a nice car, but it was so nice just running one class.
Sprint's a fun class to get into, though.
I'm sure it is. So anyway, so AMS still going on at 8:30. We're about 5 minutes away. So let me look at my notes. Horizon's offering a discount when the slot machine 2 comes out on motors if you owned a slot machine. Whatever. The motor wasn't good in the first place. So
You know what we should do while we're waiting is we should put the
no, we have an ad.
Do we?
Yes. But before we get to that ad, I just want to say big shout out to McAllister Racing again. Dude busted his ass because I bought the body from McAllister Racing, and when I checked out, I didn't even look, and it says, please allow 5 days, 3 to 5 days to ship. I'm like, oh man, this ain't going to make it. No way. And I emailed him. The dude's like, oh, don't worry about it. And freaking
is there any way I can get this by the weekend?
Yeah. Well, I ordered it on Sunday. So it's not like I ordered it like Wednesday. Gary says I need a fifth scale late model now. No.
Why not? You got the fifth scale. Run it.
Nope. Because a Baja would be better. And I just don't want a Baja in my stable. I really don't. Bajas are so, no offense, Gary, but Bajas are fucking cheesy in comparison to a 5T. They really are. Like I looked at one and whose was it? Oh, Rob Logan bought one. And a stock Baja needs a lot of work.
He says he has spares.
Yeah. Because he tried getting that truck. We tried getting that truck running so many times, that Baja truck, and we couldn't keep it on the track for more than 2 laps. It would break. So yeah, anyways, let's remove this from the screen real quick. There we go. God, I can't believe they're still running. Sorry, I'm pulling up our ad right now. This week, as of last episode 2, our advertiser is Party Crashers. Go to partycrashersrc.com for their upcoming events. They have a Facebook and a YouTube channel. I'll mention something after this that's very interesting, but Party Crasher, where'd Joey disconnected? That's fine. I can do this one. They bring off-road RC fun to you. Oh, gotta add them back. Sorry. Party Crashers. What was that?
Wrong button.
Yeah. Party Crashers brings RC fun to you. They bring portable tracks anywhere. They can, and the fun's unlimited. Dude, I saw one layout he did, like a beautiful like lake backdrop in the background. It was awesome. He says we do private events for birthdays, churches, scouts, and weddings, retirements and graduation, neighborhood parties, and work events. I believe he's done all of those, except I don't think he's done a wedding yet.
That'd be kind of dope if he did a wedding.
I kind of want to see him do a wedding. That would be awesome.
That would be cool.
He also does community ed events in 40 school districts that are perfect to get their kids interested. And on this episode, I told you about one of my friends. A couple of my friends have come up to me and they're like, all right, Joe, my kid did this, and how do I get him into racing? And yeah, dude, they sometimes make fantastic local tracks. They bring extra with them, like at Dollar. Nobody took him up on it, but he brought a fleet of cars with him.
Really?
Yeah, for anybody to come and race. Besides their 1/10 scale tracks, they offer 1/28 scale associated short course track if you have limited space, and a 1/76 scale micro RC and track rental that you can set up on your dining room table for your next family gathering. I drove those. Those are pretty cool,
The
dude.
Mini Coopers and the Z's, yeah, those things are badass.
No, these are smaller.
Are they?
Smaller. They're 176.
Oh wow, that is small.
Yeah. Introducing new racers to the hobby and growing the sport. So yeah, check them out on Facebook. Go to partycrashersrc.com. Yeah, dude, and I went to one of his charity events this summer too, and it was a blast. Jeremiah says Hot Wheels are 164. Yeah, man, it's they're smaller. They're definitely smaller than a Hot Wheel.
Come on. We can be the first people. Come on.
What?
We could be the first people.
For what?
Look what I'm sharing.
Oh, what we're sharing. What is this? Oh, new videos up. Hold on, let's remove us from the screen. There's got to be a way to do it. Keep playing. Check this out, guys. This is the new Paintworks Racing video from FTR. And this one's Joey based, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
What's the name of it?
MNRC Off-Road Racing Series 2023 Round 3 Full Throttle Raceway.
Yeah, dude, this was a blast. I wish I wouldn't have sucked so bad at it. Well, I broke a bunch, and I had a bump in 40 plus from the B into the A.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, Corey does such a good job. And he doesn't have, he's got an inexpensive drone. He's got a bunch of GoPros with that antenna deal, and he does great work with it. And he takes his time with it. He doesn't rush stuff out.
No, he doesn't. I mean, this is, far past FTR.
Oh, yeah.
What are we, 3 months behind
July?
on it? Yeah.
Yeah. This is pretty rad. Yeah. That was Kyle's car.
I like these intros that he does.
So do I. Get our ugly faces back.
Oh, we're not the first ones.
We're not.
No, there's already been 7 views.
7 views. Well, I don't know. Certain people I have the
notifications
on.
Yep.
So the second he dropped that, man, we were like a minute late. It would be cool if Corey got enough to monetize this.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how Corey feels about TikTok, but I'm sure Caden and Alec are plenty capable. Well, I'm sure they're into it in one way or another. And
hey guys, how's it going? Looks like my camera was struggling a little bit in that sequence with the low light conditions, but I decided to leave those shots in anyway because they look kind of cool, with the sun going down at the end of practice day here at FTR. So I wanted to talk a little bit about something that we've been dealing with this year. We've been chasing an anomaly problem in our nitro program and really couldn't put a finger on it. And probably because of my thick-headedness, we didn't get to the solution as fast as we should have. You get confidence in a product and you're like, well, it can't possibly be that, right? So we were dealing with engine run-on, some really strange tuning anomalies where we knew that the idle gap was set properly, but we're still getting this engine run-on problem. We're seeing lots of smoke at high temperatures where there shouldn't have been smoke. And at idle, the engines would kind of start to load up, and it was causing ghost flameouts, even though, you know, you'd pinch test the motor and you're like, well, that thing's right there. It should be on par. We've talked to some other people around that are good engine tuners and asked for assistance in tuning the engines. And, you know, they were like, I don't know, you know, and it took one of them individuals to bring us a different bottle of fuel and put the fuel in, some VP, and it solved the problem. So
Yeah.
you're probably wondering, okay, you had bad fuel. Well, whose fuel was it? Well, I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus, because the company that provided the fuel, we contacted the distributor, and the distributor had the same lot numbers that we had. So they provided that to the manufacturer, and they actually had some in the warehouse, and they tested it and came back and said, yeah, it's out of spec. It has too much oil and the nitro content isn't quite right. And they sent all new cases at no expense to anybody to the distributor. And I mean, you couldn't have asked for more from a company to stand behind their product. So are we going back to that fuel? Well, we made an investment in VP.
Yeah.
We needed fuel, and we got them.
All right.
Some gallons from Sean Van Dalen.
So yeah, if you guys
it's running great. You know, it's
want to check out this video, it's an hour long, 51 minutes long.
It's in a product. And
go to Paintworks Racing on YouTube.
Something different for a while, if you know what I mean. So, what's my point to the story? You know,
that was Carter Gosh.
Major components to your engines running properly, right? The right plug, your fuel.
And Joey Fitzsimmons from East Bethel, Minnesota.
Oh crap!
Just to name a few.
Hold on, let me go back to like the very beginning of that. Right there. We'll go right there.
To do battle again at round 4 of the MNRC series.
I kind of want to do background vocals for this so he can get rid of the like if he writes a script or
Frank Miller from Blaine, Minnesota.
Because I get him not wanting to do the background script to this whole thing.
Joey Fitzsimmons from East Bethel, Minnesota. Just to name a few.
God, I love that straight away into that bank.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible start.
I hope he never gets rid of that.
Frank is looking fantastic and crosses the line in position 1.
I don't even know where I ended up after the first lap.
Oh, you were 11th when I saw you in the start. So how long did it take you to move back up?
Oh, I don't really remember, but I had to have been at least a full pit stop.
Yeah. Because that track was fast and it's really hard to make up time if you made a big mistake.
Mm-hmm.
So, Joey, what do you got for coming up?
Coming up, mainly just the hobby farm.
Yeah, man. Let's see. What do I got? So next week is the anime convention. Yeah, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Then
it's got to make the kids happy.
Yeah, exactly. You know, as long as I get to hang out with my kid. You know, Jackie's super fun to hang out with, but you know, she's getting to that age to where she doesn't want to hang out with me a terrible amount anymore. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's not like she's mean to me or hates me or none of that. It's just, you know, I went from being dad super cool to like, oh, dad, you know, he's boring.
Yep.
So I'm doing the anime convention, and then the day before the anime convention, what will the date be? Crap, this upcoming Friday, there is a club race at Dollar Hobby, off-road.
Mm-hmm.
Off-road club race. And then before the on-road race, I want to get Jeff Choban on here talking about it.
He's back on his way.
Because Jeff Choban's really turned around Dollar Hobbies and as like a track manager.
Yep.
I want him on here talking.
That'd be cool. Hell
yeah. because I'm announcing the big on-road race, and it should be a blast. But
come check that one out.
oh heck yeah, build a Fortec.
Eh.
You know, I drove a Fortec, and they're so loud, and they're so like whatever, but they are the easiest cars to drive. So if you get like 7 or 8 really competitive guys doing it, it's a super close deal. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Oh, there you are. You're in a bump spot.
Powered T3.2 with J Concepts tires.
Yeah, you're running the old fucking truck. Lance was wondering, how are the Fortec? I want to get an on-road car for that race, but don't want to spend much. That's about your only way of not spending much, Lance. That or a GT12. I drove one. I drove Matt Larson's, actually.
Really?
Yeah, and he TQ'd with it. I don't know if he won at the Icebreaker. I think it was in March or April, their last big on-road race. And it was a good car. It really was. It's just a servo they come with, their dog shit. And then you got to run a certain tire, and you can run whatever body you want to run. I think within a spec, but I think they're very liberal with what body you can run. The goal is to make them like realistic looking.
Mm-hmm.
I bet if you, oh God, Gary's saying Pro Nitro buggy won't start till 10:30 tonight.
I don't doubt it.
I'll be sleeping really fucking hard by then. Oh, why'd you crash here, Joey?
I didn't. That was Bruce.
Oh, that was Bruce?
Yeah, Bruce. He
obviously an unintentional incident.
Bruce had cased the face of that.
Yep.
Or like the downside of that, and I landed on top of him. And the nice guy that I am, I thought it was my fault, so I pulled over for him. And I heard some people down there yelling, "Go, go, go!" And I had Clayton in my ear telling me to go.
Yeah. Yep. If the official doesn't call you, just keep. I mean, it's hard to tell, but you want to keep going.
Yeah. I might say though, this was a very, very fun race. There was some really, really close racing between me and some other guys.
I love this layout all summer long.
Mm-hmm.
It was really fun with the fifth scale. Really fun. Except I like to send my fifth scale on the triples, and that's problematic. Because the trucks break.
I was gonna say you break stuff.
Yeah, because if I clear it and if I land those triples perfectly, there's no issues. But if you over clear it and flatland, ooh, it's so bad for them. Yeah, man, I don't think we really had any freaking questions tonight, which is fine. People might be a little burnt out because Matt Olson was just on. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. People asked all the questions that they could.
Oh yeah, and Matt's awesome. I was hoping he'd announce something on the podcast, but he didn't. Something
I really hope he got the last pit stop with me and Frank in this.
So there's Frank. Oh, he got sideways.
Retrieve him. Now Joey is on the rail, also getting his fuel. Should be a race out of the pits.
Why don't you guys use that ultimate stick?
We're so used to the gun that it's just faster for us to use the gun.
To me, the stick, I like the trigger of the stick way more.
I like the gun because instead of holding it like this, you're holding it like this. So when you go to put your hand over to grab the wing, it's already within, you don't have to go through another motion. You can just go grab it and let it go. I mean, most guys grab it with one hand anyways and let it down, but that was the pit stop right there that mattered the most because that was a race in the pits.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, man, this is awesome video. So yeah, what else do I got? So the 25th, November 25th,
We have a
I
four-way
think it
battle
is
taking
the first race of the border battle between
closing minutes.
Dollar Hobby and the Toy Box. It's going to be at Dollar Hobbies. Yes, it's the 25th. That is the border battle. That is a definite one at Dollar Hobbies you want to go to. Then I plan on, so far my plan is December 2nd, go to the farm. And December 8th through the 10th is going to be the Christmas Classic at Dollar. That's what I'm looking at so far.
Hell yeah.
So there's a lot.
Yeah, I'm pretty much looking at a lot of work and a lot of running the hobby farm on Saturdays. I don't really have any trips planned as of the moment.
I'm just waiting for somebody to just say, hey, get in the car. We're going here. You know, I did have one more question for you.
I'm sure I have an answer.
So with the Midwest mod to make them work outside at, let's say, Kellogg, how much would I have to change on the car? Would I need a different car?
I honestly don't think you'd really need to change much besides maybe a little bit of gearing.
Okay.
That place is so high. It's a tri-oval, so you're always carrying speed.
Okay.
I know the last time I ran there with mine, I don't think I ever did run there with mine. Or maybe did I? I can't remember. But I know there wasn't really much that needed to be changed.
Okay. Because, they actually ran on Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
which is nuts. It's November.
He'll run till the snow flies.
Yeah. But I do want to run there when it's, nice and sunny and 80 degrees.
It is fun to run in there when it's nice out.
So, yeah. Awesome. Well, this was an awesome episode, Joey. Sorry to be a pain in the ass in the beginning. I ain't know why you were late. I'm like, oh crap, did he forget about it?
No, I
get it.
Dealing with some shit at home.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, shit. All right, guys. Until next time, we'll be back in 2 weeks. So have a good one, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.